Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Kate and I decided to start this creative channel to kind of document my journey into getting back into creativity. And I thought I would film this introductory video to tell you a little bit about myself. So when I was at school, my favourite subject was always art. It was the class that I sort of excelled in really, and I had very supportive teachers and I just loved being in an art class. After school, I studied 3 years of art and design at a local college. The first year was a GNVQ intermediate in art and design, and the 2 other years were the advanced version of that. After those years at college, I just went and got a regular job and just worked in retail actually for, I'm trying to think, 3 years. And I always felt a pull back into doing something creative. So I returned to university in 2000 and studied an access course in photography. So back then we hadn't really got to the digital point that we're at these days, so we were developing our own film and developing our own photographs, and I spent a lot of time in the darkroom and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I had signed up and was accepted to do the BA Honours degree in photography, but at that time in my life I'd just met my now husband and we wanted to move in together, and I decided to go and get another job. So that's what I did. I went and got a job in an office working for the local government, and I moved out of home. We moved in together and started our journey together. I had been struggling with agoraphobia and anxiety and sort of low-level depression, and I didn't feel like I was living my authentic life, if that makes sense. And I decided to apply to go back to college. I had just attended, in the January 2013, I had attended the Hollywood costume exhibition at the V&A, and it just opened my world to things that it just fascinated me. I always had a huge interest in costume and in film and TV, and seeing all these iconic costumes from film just absolutely blew my mind, and I had to do something about it. I had to go back to university. So I decided to sign up for a foundation diploma in art and design at Westdean College. So I went there part-time over a 2-year period, and on that course you could pick and choose what kind of suited your interests. And I did a lot of leather work, I did some jewellery making, and alongside that as well I also attended a local arts centre that did 10-week jewellery courses, and I think I did about 5 of those over the years. And I really loved jewellery making, as well as the leather work that I did and the drawing and the painting and all the other creative things that I did on my foundation diploma, but I did heavily concentrate on jewellery making and leather work. Now, after I got my diploma, it was a fantastic day. I really enjoyed myself on it. It was so lovely, and the whole college were just, they're so supportive, and it was such a fantastic place to study. I then managed to get a place at Portsmouth University to study fashion and textiles. So I studied at Portsmouth University between 2015 and 2016. Again, I started feeling this creative guilt that I have had a lot throughout my life. If I started going down the creative road, then I always felt like I should be earning money, I should be going and working somewhere and contributing a lot more. And I really struggled being able to let go and sort of get on with what I wanted to do, being creative and building up a creative career. So in 2016, we had a mortgage at the time, me and my husband, and he was so amazing and is so amazing that he was supporting me while I was at university. But being the fashion textile degree that it was incredibly time consuming and incredibly expensive degree. It wasn't just the fees, there was obviously all the stuff that you needed, and it wasn't just fashion and textiles that we were studying. There was also the Adobe packages. We were being taught Illustrator, Photoshop, and what else were we being taught? Obviously there's all the costs of the materials and field trips to London, as amazing as they were. All the costs mounted up, and it got to the point where we just couldn't afford for me to stay at university, so I had to leave in 2016. And it was a really sort of heartbreaking decision. It was such a fantastic degree, but it was very time consuming. I didn't have time to work alongside it. There was just so much to learn. And if you're straight out of college and you're going to that degree, oh my God, what a fantastic degree. They really do teach you everything. And if you're lucky enough to have a family that can support you financially throughout that, then it's a very good degree to do. But just me and my husband trying to do the mortgage and hold everything together, it just wasn't doable. But I did walk away with a qualification from that. I did end up with a certificate of higher education in fashion and textiles with merit. And again, after that, my world kind of become very insular. I started feeling quite low because I wasn't being creative. I didn't feel like I was on the right path. And, you know, the years have gone by since, and I've still had an interest, obviously. I've still gone to exhibitions. I've still read art books. I've still watched documentaries and things that have sort of kept my interest going in that way. But what I haven't been able to create as much as I'd like. I've really got into cross stitch over the years, and I suppose that's been my creative outlet since leaving university. I will have to do a video about that at some point on my channel. But I should say, in 2025, everything changed. My father died, and I mean, thankfully my mum is still with us, but losing a parent completely changed me. It made me think that I really need to do something with my life that I enjoy, and I really need to change the way I was living. I was very depressed, very anxious, developed agoraphobia again, and I've been working really hard over the last few years to turn that around. I've also ended up losing 6 stone because I used to comfort eat a lot. And I have unfortunately put on about 1.5 stone from that, because obviously my father died last year. But I'm back on a diet and I'm working really hard to get that weight off again. But I've really tried to turn my life around over the last couple of years, and now is the point where I feel that I can structure some time into my life to start being creative again. And I've signed up to some art classes, and I've also been buying some jewellery that I can upcycle and harvest beads from and stuff. And I just want to throw myself at it and see where I go. And that's why I wanted to start this channel, to document all of that, really. So I hope that you enjoy coming along on the journey with me. Please do like and subscribe. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really, really helps me out. So what I'm hoping to post on this channel is me experimenting with different creative mediums. I'm hoping to take some courses at local colleges and perhaps document that as well, and show you all my makes and creations. And yeah, I hope you enjoy what you see. I wanted to do this introductory post before I post anything creative, just to sort of say hello and to start the channel off, really. So I will leave that here, and I will hopefully be posting on a weekly basis. I'm hoping to post every Sunday evening. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'm sorry if I'm a little awkward. It's weird talking about yourself. I have tried to ease into it by starting a vlog channel, which is The Lions with an S, The Witch and the Wardrobe, which you might have come over from that, and if you have, hello. But it is when you're sort of talking about something that's kind of so important to you in a way, doing this, you know, turning my life around and becoming a creative full-time, hopefully. I should say I'm doing a part-time admin role alongside this to help support me. But yeah, it's all very exciting, and I hope you come along for the ride. And I will see you next Sunday. Bye.